So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show, the show where we talk about all things that are important in the world of barbecue. From big-name interviews with competitors on the barbecue circuit, grill manufacturers and pit makers, to advice on cooking brisket and ribs. You'll find it all right here on the Barbecue Central Show. Your host, Greg Rempe, is a backyard barbecue and grilling fanatic and loves to talk about his passion, which many of us share together. You can learn more about barbecue and grilling by visiting the website, thebbqcentral.com. Now, let's get in the smoke. Here's your program host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome to the Barbecue Central Show. This is the show that talks about all things important to the world of barbecue and grilling. Centralites, how's your life? The show originates from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, dare I say it, the barbecue capital of the North Coast, Cleveland, Ohio, via the Barbecue Central radio networks, as always, simulcasting on LA Talk Radio until about 10 until the hour. That's a 9:50 Eastern Standard Time. I'm your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show. Contact information in case you want to jump in tonight. Two ways to do it. You can call in by telephone, 216-220-0966. You can also email the show if you want to. bbqcentralradio@gmail.com are the ways to get in touch with me. Quick reminder that the Barbecue Central Radio Networks is on the iTunes software. That also that Barbecue Central Radio Network streams barbecue grilling talk 24/7. The website address is the bbqcentralshow.com. So if you want to make the move over there, certainly happy to have you there. You also notice that there is a newly featured Pal Talk chat room icon. So if you want to chat with some other members of the show while the live show is happening, or it doesn't have to be during show hours, you can talk about any of the shows that play here on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks, to include In the Hut, Celebrity Grill, and Hot Sauce Weekly, in addition to replays of this show. And again, that happens 24/7 outside of the live show that happens every Tuesday here on BCRN. So if you want to jump in with some other Centralites or fans of the Barbecue Central Radio Networks via the Pal Talk, easy to do, free to do. Also, if you have the ability to do voice, all you have to do is click, if you're in the Pal Talk room, all you have to do is click the raise hand, and we can put your voice on the air through that way if you don't want to use the telephone. So something new, something borrowed, something blue. Neither of those two, really. Again, contact information otherwise, phone number 216-220-0966, and the email address is bbqcentralradio@gmail.com. Here's what's happening on the show this evening. Coming up in the second segment, right around 14 past the hour, I'll be joined by Bruce Bjorkman, a.k.a. Mr. Barbecue. He is the sales and marketing director for a company called MAK Grills. This is a newish pellet cooker that is on the market. Bruce spent an extensive period of time as the sales and marketing director for the folks over at Traeger, 10-plus years, I believe. And he is since parted company, so we'll get a little backstory behind why he left there and what attracted him to MAK. And we'll obviously get the guts about that cooker, how they stack up to some of the other pellet cookers. Now that Traeger has lost that patent on pellet cookers and the auger system and all that stuff, you see more and more pellet cookers coming out of the woodwork. So that's Bruce Bjorkman, 14 past the hour. Coming up after him in the third segment, Scott Roberts. He is a expert reviewer, most notably for his pepper head, chili head type stuff. He does a weekly review on the Hot Sauce Weekly podcast, and Scott has indeed agreed to come on the show live and do barbecue sauce and barbecue rub reviews. Look, you go to the store, you go online, there's probably roughly, let me see, carry the math, do the 1 times 2, 1 billion barbecue rubs and barbecue sauces out there right now. I don't have the time to do all of them myself. So why not have a guy that is experienced in giving reviews about barbecue sauces and rubs, and Pepperheads kind of folds right in with the barbecue people as well, fiery foods, all that good stuff. So Scott Roberts coming up. His debut segment, we'll do him once a month, 34 past the hour. 4-segment giveaways to include a frog mat, wood smoke products from Greenleaf Barbecue, and Cosmos Q's injection pack. You get the pork, you get the beef, you get the chicken soak, all that great stuff. Plus, After Dark guest at 10:03 Eastern Standard Time, Gary Notley from Notley Q. I think Gary is going to bring a fresh perspective on this TLC Barbecue Pitmasters show because he is, I don't know if he's technically like pit bitch to Harry Sue. They competed quite a bit there on the West Coast, but Gary was part of the Slap Yo Daddy barbecue team that was featured on TLC, one of the 7 casts that were featured on there. So he'll kind of bring a unique perspective. That's After Dark, so not really regulated to meeting the clock and all that stuff. Will be a little bit more relaxed. So be sure to stay tuned for Gary Notley from Notley Q coming up After Dark. And again, that'll be right around the 10:03 Eastern Standard Time. So wanted to make a quick mention. Did you realize that February 7th, not only a week away from Valentine's Day, but marks the 2nd year anniversary of the live Barbecue Central radio show? That's right. We have been on the air live in this fashion for 2 years now. 2 years and 2 days. So the show is a success. I had no idea that it was actually going to be able to be a show that could carry on for 6 months, let alone now 2 years of a weekly show. We've stretched it out, adding new things here and there, adding new segments, refining and honing the show, and it's something that continues to work and continues to evolve. And I wanted to thank all the Centralites for making all of this possible. If you didn't listen, of course, I'd still probably do the show. But the live listenership continues to grow. And really, when you think about it, I mean, every single one of you guys that are listening right now has made a conscious decision to go to a computer, to type in a website address, to click another thing that launches a player on your particular computer, and then you sit at the computer. Well, at least most of you do. Some of you have iPhones that allows you to kind of roam a little bit more freely. But most of you are sitting in front of a computer listening to some hack in Cleveland, Ohio talk about barbecue, hopefully make it entertaining, educational, and all that good stuff. But to me, that is awesome that each and every one of you are making that commitment live. And, of course, the download numbers, post-show or podcast or whatever you want to term it these days, are substantially bigger than our live listenership. But the fact that we're roughly getting in the 150 to 200-plus live listeners a week, and then in the 20 to 25,000 downloads per week as well, is absolutely awesome. So I'm pleasantly pleased and pleasantly surprised and happy all the way around that the Barbecue Central show has made it to 2 years, and we move forward from there. Absolutely fantastic. So thank you very much for that. So what did you think of the Super Bowl as we kind of wrap it up here for the first segment, getting ready for Bjorkman? You know, I'm not surprised necessarily that the Saints won. 2 really good offensive teams. One really bad route that was run by Reggie Wayne to end that game when the cornerback intercepted the Peyton Manning pass and went house call for +6. But really, the thing that bothers me the most about the Super Bowl anymore, I mean, can we get rid of the Gatorade dumping over the head of the head coach? I mean, is that the most played out thing ever on the face of the earth? I mean, it was really cool the first time it happened. Was that Bill Parcells and the Giants when that happened? That was like 15 or 20 years ago. I mean, it was really cool when it happened the first time. The second time, it was kind of funny. And then the third, but man, 15 years later, can't one team just not do it? That would be awesome. My request to NFL teams, just don't do that at the end of the Super Bowl anymore. It's not worth it. All right, quick reminder about the Ribbolator. The Ribbolator turns your existing spit rod and motor into a Ferris wheel cornucopia of barbecue and grilling wonderment, only limited by your imagination. And if you don't have an existing spit rod and motor, Bob Garnash from the Ribbolator can sell you one too for about $50, maybe $60, saving you $70 on the comparable aftermarket brand that you would buy at a Lowe's or a Home Depot or something like that. So you're already up $60 or $70. Tack that onto the $89 Ribbolator cost, and you're only paying net $25 or $30 plus shipping. You can't beat it. Ribbolator.com is the website, Ribolator. Ribbolator.com is the website, or you can email Bob at info@ribbolator.com. It's the best thing, the newest invention in barbecue and grilling technology. Check them out, Ribbolator.com. Stand by for Bruce Bjorkman. It's Rempy and you right here on the Barbecue Central Show.
Introducing Cosmos Q. Cosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Cosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Cosmos award-winning products at CosmosQ.com. Cosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Hey gang, Rempy here, and I think we can all agree that some of the best tasting food that we've ever had has come off of a rotisserie cooker. But until now, we've been very limited with what we can do on our existing spit rod and motor. Introducing the newest product in barbecue technology called the Ribolator. Now, the Ribolator installs on your existing spit rod and motor in just minutes, allowing you to rotisserie foods that you never thought possible. Imagine on one tray having a rack of ribs, and on the other tray, hot dogs and hamburgers. How about on the third tray, chicken pieces, and then on the fourth tray, succulent fish? What? The Ribolator fits medium to large gas grills, as well as 55-gallon ugly drum smokers. There's even a new model that'll be available soon to fit 22.5-inch Weber kettle grills. Go to Ribolator.com to order. That's RIBOLATOR.com, Ribolator.com, or give B.O.B. a call at 206-999-0962. You'll definitely love this thing.
Barbecue fans travel from all over the country to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family, and some of our graduates have gone on to success with barbecue businesses and TV fame. For more information, visit bbqclass.com.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at Fred's Music and Barbecue.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries all the parts and accessories for the Big Green Egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Fred's is the Pellet Grill Superstore with grills in stock from Traeger, Green Mountain, and Country Smokers from Louisiana Grills. Fred also carries smokers from Cook Shack, Bradley, and Weber as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new smoker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue or grilling experience a success. Fred is also the creator and distributor of Tasty Licks barbecue products, including their great line of rubs, spices, and sauces. You gotta try them. You can also get your hands on a full lineup of marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools from Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful Shillington, PA.
Get in the smoke. It's the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. It's the Barbecue Central Show right here on the Barbecue Central Radio Networks. I am your program host, Greg Rempe. This portion of the show brought to you by D-Dog's Barbecue Rub. You know you love D-Dog's Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, but would you like to buy them locally? Of course you would. So you need to do Darren this solid from D-Dogs. You got to send him the name, address, and phone number of your local barbecue store, farmer's market, or grocery store, and he will take care of the rest. Email all that info to Darren, D-A-R-I-N, at ddogsbbq.com. Not afraid of shipping? Visit the website, ddogsbbq.com, and order plenty. It's D-Dogs Barbecue. Gotta love them, and as we all know, D-Dog's Barbecue is better than ketchup. That's right, ddogsbarbecue.com. All right, as promised, joining me now to talk a little pellet cooker talk. You can hear him every week on his own barbecue and grilling show up there in the Pacific Northwest, based out of the home base station of News Radio 750 KXL at 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here's an Easter guy trying to pretend like he knows what time Pacific Standard Time. None other than Mr. Barbecue himself, Bruce Bjorkman. Bruce, thanks for coming on the show tonight. How are you?
Fine, Greg. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thanks for taking the time out to come on the Barbecue Central show and talk a little, talk a little MAK Grill.
Talk a little MAK Smack, baby.
Yeah, a little MAK Smack. Why not? Now, of course, everybody or a lot of people within the industry know that you were with Traeger for 10 plus years, probably. So you have a unique perspective within this part of the industry for sure. In this part, I mean pellet cookers.
Sure.
Was there anything in particular that made you want to look somewhere else and leave the people that probably are the leader in this particular market segment?
That's a good question, Greg, and I refuse to answer on the grounds it may incriminate me and torque some people off. So,
Gotcha.
There are just times in your life and in your career when you do need to move on, and you need to seek new adventures, new challenges, new opportunities, and so that's basically what happened. And there's no, let me put aside a rumor that's been going around, and that is the fact that there is absolutely zero, let me underscore that word, zero animosity between Bruce Bjorkman, Mr. Barbecue, and the Traeger family. The Traeger family is very much a part of my family and my life and always will be, and the same thing, on their end to me.
All right,
so I left on very amiable terms and am in very, very amiable relationship with all the Traegers. And so it was basically just time to leave with the new direction of the company.
All right, so amicable split for sure. And as you said, nothing but good feeling there for the 10-plus years. So as you start to look around, you see MAK, and undoubtedly, given your experience and the amount of time you have within the pellet side of the business, you could probably have your pick of other people to go to work for. What about MAK as a corporate culture, not about the cooker itself, because we'll get into that here in a second, but what about the MAK corporate culture kind of drew you to them? What did you like about it? And kind of give us your thoughts about that.
Well, I'm still in my 90-day probation period, so I love everything.
Right.
No, all right. No, the thing that I do like about working at MAK with Bob and Carrie Tucker, and, isn't this ironic, Greg, when you think about it? Here we are in Oregon. It's not one of the most populated states in the union, and yet we've got it's like the center of the wood pellet grill barbecue universe with two families having revolutionized the wood pellet grill industry, and both of the last names starting with T. That is kind of ironic, I think. But, the thing I like about working at MAK is, number one, it is a small family atmosphere, and I've just been so wonderfully impressed with the quality of the people there, and there's a passion, there's a heartbeat, a strong heartbeat of a mission that we are going to produce the best, most innovative, most incredible wood pellet grill on the market, not only just today, this year, but every year down the road. There's just that commitment. And, when you walk in, everybody's got a spring in their step, a smile on their face. They enjoy coming into work every morning. And that's the thing, I think, that's a real difference right now compared to other corporate cultures.
We're talking with Bruce Bjorkman. He is the sales and marketing director for MAK Grills. You can find him at MAKGrills.com. Now, having had your time at Traeger and within the pellet cooker industry, you've probably broken down and looked under the hood of every single pellet grill out there in the industry. So what, in your estimation, or how are you selling the MAK unit apart from all the other pellet cookers on the market?
Well, MAK Grills, our whole mission is to develop a grill that's going to be, depending whether you're a Ford or a Chevy person, either the Cadillac or the Lincoln Continental of the wood pellet grill industry. The other thing is that we're very proud, and we're very much going to remain, we are now and we will remain, not only this year but forever, for all eternity, an American-made grill. We will only make an American-made grill. And Bob and Carrie have spent untold hours in researching and sourcing the American-made goods that go into the manufacture of our grill, including American-made steel. So, we have really dedicated ourselves to building, for the first time now in a good number of years, excuse me, the Northwest in America has its own wood pellet grill being manufactured here in this country.
We're talking with Bruce Bjorkman. He's the sales and marketing director for MAK Grills. One of the things that's predominantly featured there on not only the website, but from people that I've talked to that have seen this unit, is this Pellet Boss controller, prominently displayed there on the website, and it claims that there's nothing else like it on the market today. So tell us why you feel that no other controller kind of stacks up to this Pellet Boss.
All right. Well, it is one of the standout features, one of the many standout features of the MAK Grill. And the thing I think that makes it so unique is the fact that it's a 15-function digital thermostat control, but it's more than just a thermostat control. You can change your cooking temperatures in 5-degree increments from 200 degrees to 450. Then it has a smoke setting and a high setting. It's got 3 inputs for 3 meat probes that you can program individually for a specific target temperature in each one of those probes. And when it reaches the target temperature, then an alarm sounds to alert you that it's reached that target temperature. There are 3 user programs that are part of the Pellet Boss control system. So what's one of your favorite cuts of meat that you like to cook, Greg?
Always love the pork butt for pulled pork.
Okay. All right. So you can have a user program specifically dedicated to pork butt, where you start the grill out at 225 or 250 for, let's say, 6 hours, and then you go down to smoke for 7 hours or so, and then maybe you come back up to 250 until the meat probe that you've plugged in and programmed reaches 195 or 210 degrees or whatever you want to cook it to. At that point, that's all automatic. Once you push the start button for that program, the grill basically takes care of all the rest. So it'll cook at that 225 or 250 figure forever, however long you've programmed, and then go to the next temperature for the next length of time, to the next temperature for the next length of time, until you get to a target temperature. So that's what makes it very unique. And there are 3 of those programmable programs that you get with the Pellet Boss. There's a countdown timer. So maybe you're cooking I've used this analogy this past weekend at a home show. Maybe you're cooking a fruit pie, and you want to cook it for 45 or 60 minutes. You set the countdown timer. When it gets to the end of that time, again, the screen flashes and an alarm sounds to let you know that you've reached the end of that cooking session. There is an elapsed time timer. So if you're cooking your pork butt and you get involved watching a football, basketball, or a baseball game, and you forget how long you've had the pork butt on your grill, all you have to do is push the button to get to the elapsed time, and you can see exactly how long it's been on. So those are some of the real great features that make the Pellet Boss, I think, one of the most standout components of any grill on the market today, and certainly any wood pellet grill on the market today.
Definitely, especially for the tech geeks that like to have a lot of ability and inputs and ramp modes and all that good stuff. Any internet interface with that yet?
Not yet, but you never know. I will tell you this, that you don't have to be a geek in order to operate the Pellet Boss. It's actually very easy, very intuitive, and the instructions in the owner's manual are really easy to follow. So, if you've ever changed the time on your computer, you ever changed a light bulb in a lamp, you can definitely run the Pellet Boss, and it's very easy to do so.
We're talking with Bruce Bjorkman, Mr. Barbecue. You can hear him every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on News Radio 750 KXL, up and down the Pacific Northwest portion of the country. Bruce, probably one of the biggest items that we're going to need to cover, obviously, is price tag. There's one item available in the product line so far. It's $2,000.
Yes, it is.
So one of the obvious questions is going to be, is that competitively priced against what else is out there in the market? And is there always going to be a higher price tag associated with your particular product because of the American-made features that some of the other grills don't have?
Well, number one, we're not out to be in the same pool as most of the other wood pellet grill manufacturers. We're really looking to differentiate and separate ourselves in the marketplace as the premium wood pellet grill available. So we're not pricing it just because we want to make more money. We're pricing it because it does cost more money to manufacture, because we are using American-made steel, because we are using non-imported components to build our grills. So those costs are more expensive. For example, our fan on the MAK wood pellet grill is a tubular axle fan, which is all enclosed. And we right now believe that we're going to get at least 50,000 operational hours out of that fan, compared to a muffin fan that has removable fan blades. So you look at most fans on any other wood pellet grill, and that fan is on a shaft. The fan blades are on a shaft that you actually pull off with your hand. That's not going to happen on a MAK grill, because the fan blades in our tubular axle fan are all enclosed. And they also provide better, greater air volume, too. So that's one of the reasons why our grills can get up to over 550 degrees for cooking temperature compared to many of the other grills on the market today.
How thick is the steel in these units?
We use 16-gauge steel for both mild and stainless. Our stainless steel is 304.
All right, we're talking with Bruce Bjorkman, Sales and Marketing Director for MAK Grills. Again, his website, makgrills.com, if you want to take a look at the unit. Very impressive, actually, I must say. Would love to have one on the deck. Hint, hint, wink, wink, and nudge, nudge.
Well, Greg, just give me your credit card number after the show, and we can make that happen very easily.
Just like a sales guy. Jeez, my goodness. Now, do you guys have plans to expand the product line at some point, or is this going to be the flagship, this one?
Well, I think this is the two-star general MAK grill. And by the way, let me also tell people that MAK is spelled M-A-K.
Right, M-A-K.
Those are the first three letters of the sons of Bob and Carrie. So they named the company after their boys. But we are planning to come out with both a smaller and a larger version, a 1-star and a 3-star. So we'll have a 1, 2, and 3-star MAK wood pellet grill.
Now, because these are electric units, you got to turn the auger, all that stuff. Is there any specific care that needs to be taken when you're operating these in specific weather elements? Like, for instance, it's dumping snow like crazy on us right now here in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city.
Well, we have a customer who's in the Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania. His name's Rick Burton, and Rick's a consummate poster on both pelletheads.com and the Bradley Smoker Forum. And I talked to him earlier this afternoon, and he was getting ready for about 6 to 18 inches of snow, and he's been cooking in the snow on his MAK for about the last week or so.
No issues.
We have a customer in Alaska that was cooking on his grill a week or so ago. It was 0 degrees outside. He has a grill over 600 degrees. He says, hey, Not only is it cooking the food inside the grill, but it's also helping to melt some of the snow around the grill.
See, side benefits of having this thing, right?
I told him we were going to charge him extra for that option.
There you go. Bruce Bjorkman, Sales and Marketing Director for MAK Grills, M-A-K, makgrills.com. Bruce, do you recommend any particular wood pellet to go in this particular cooker?
Oh, it's really up to individual taste, and I've talked to so many people over the years who have pellet grills, and they always seem to get so uptight about making sure they've got just the exact pellet wood variety to cook a certain type of meat. And my recommendation is this: listen, if it tastes good to you and you're happy with that, then go with that. It's like, choosing wines. It's no longer requisite that you have white wine for this kind of food and red wine for this kind of food. If it tastes good to you, go with it. The thing I would tell you, though, is experiment. And I always enjoy using a pungent with a sweet, or a neutral with a sweet, or a neutral with a pungent. Mix it up a bit. Have some fun. Take some notes about what you're using, because if you like it, you can repeat it. If you don't like it, then you can analyze and do some tweaking and change your game plan and come up with a winning recipe.
He's Bruce Bjorkman. You can hear him every Saturday at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on the home base station of 750 KXL. You can, I believe it's KXL.com, too, if you want to get him on the internet.
That's
again.
correct.
That's Saturdays at 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 Eastern. Bruce, appreciate you coming on tonight talking about the MAK Grill. Again, it's makgrill.com. Thanks for doing it. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Greg. Have a great one. Appreciate it. And we'll hope to eat a rib or two with you down the road.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, Bruce. There he is, Bruce Bjorkman. Talking about the MAK Grills. Very impressive looking unit. Certainly can't deny that. Would love to test one out for free. Forget my credit card, Bruce. It's ridiculous. All right, we're going to step away, and I'll be looking for Scott Roberts during the break to talk about some barbecue and barbecue sauce and rub. Stick around. Be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose, like ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU. Barbecue fans travel from all over the country to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family, and some of our graduates have gone on to success with barbecue businesses and TV fame. For more information, visit bbqclass.com.
Are you one of the grillers out there that want to add true, authentic wood smoke to your grilled foods? You know what? I feel your pain, Centralites, and that's why I want to tell you about the Flavor Dome Smoker Box. The Flavor Dome is made of 100% stainless steel, heavy gauge, weighing in at 3 1/4 pounds. This thing is built to last a lifetime, and heck, with that weight, you could use it to fight off creeping marauders looking to take your steaks off your grills. Its revolutionary dual lid technology produces a cleaner, smoother tasting smoke, and the low profile design with that inverted deep V channel allows it to sit right on the flavorizer bars, and you can put your grill grate right back on top of it and continue cooking. Now, Centralites, you know I own a Flavor Dome, and I absolutely love it. It works on 90% of all gas grills, and don't forget to take advantage of the special price when you order the Flavor Dome and the Ribbolator together. Visit Ribbolator.com for more information. Centralites, let's not listen to what the Surgeon General has to say about it, and let's get hooked on smoking together with the Flavor Dome. Won't you try yours today?
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at fredsmusicandbarbecue.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries all the parts and accessories for the Big Green Egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Fred's is the Pellet Grill Superstore with grills in stock from Traeger, Green Mountain, and Country Smokers from Louisiana Grills. Fred also carries smokers from Cook Shack, Bradley, and Weber as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And once you're outfitted with your new smoker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue or grilling experience a success. Fred is also the creator and distributor of Tasty Licks barbecue products, including their great line of rubs, spices, and sauces. You gotta try them. You can also get your hands on a full lineup of minades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools from Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful Shillington, PA.
Introducing Cosmos Q. Cosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Cosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Cosmos award-winning products at cosmosq.com. Cosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference. Big name interviews. Coverage of Competition Barbecue. And the only host willing to give his honest opinion on all topics in the world of barbecue. It's the Barbecue Central Show.
All right, we are back. It's the Barbecue Central Show. I'm your program host, Greg Rempe. Thanks to Bruce Bjorkman from MAK Grills coming on, talking about that new pellet cooker that's out there making its way through the market of the pellet cooker world. This portion of the show brought to you by the Barbecue Guru, makers of automatic pit temperature control devices, not to mention a host of other products that make your barbecue and grilling life easier. 2 ways to find them on the interwebs at thebbqguru.com, or you can call them by telephone toll-free at 800-288-GURU. It's the good folks at the Barbecue Guru. Don't forget, if you want to join the chat on Pal Talk, go to thebbqcentralshow.com. Click on the little icon to the right-hand side there off to the main page. Log in for a free account. You can be up and running with some of the guys that are in there and girls that are in the chat room right now. Plus, you can take calls that way as well. All right, as promised, let's go to the hotline. Joining me for the inaugural segment of Barbecue Rub and Sauce Review from ScottRobertsWeb.com, it's none other than Scott Roberts. Scott, thanks for coming on tonight. How are you?
Oh, fantastic. How you doing, Greg?
I'm doing very well, and I must say you are sounding absolutely wonderful.
That's the magic of Skype.
Yeah, Skype is wonderful, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I love it.
Yeah, all right, so let's go ahead and get a very brief background about you and just not kind of bring you in cold to all the Centralites. But obviously, for people that follow you either on Twitter or go to your blog, you do a lot of reviews about hot sauce, and you're a bona fide chili head without any qualification. But we're going to be doing a monthly segment here on the show with barbecue rubs and sauces. So before we get into that, how about a little history about you and what you're all about?
Okay, I've been a long-time chili head. I started my blog several years ago. I kind of geared it towards spicy foods about 2 years ago. Just started doing reviews on whatever spicy products, barbecue sauces I can get my hands on. Built up friendships among a lot of the hot sauce manufacturers of the world, and it's pretty much how I got here. Just plugging away at it and reviewing.
And it's ScottRobertsWeb.com, correct?
That's correct. You got to put that web on the end.
Yeah, put the web on there, ScottRobertsWeb.com. So we're going to be covering, it looks like, 2 barbecue sauces tonight and then a dry rub as well. And the first one, actually, I have a little experience with. This is the Chef Jaime Grande Cascabel Express. So go ahead and kind of give us the particulars about that, and then I can actually add my own review on that one.
Yeah, I would say the goods, real quick, it's all natural. There's no high fructose corn syrup in it, no processed sugars. In fact, it's the first and only barbecue sauce to carry the American Diabetes Association mark on it.
Right.
So if you know anybody that's a diabetic, this might be good for them. It's a very good-looking sauce. It's not really sticky or gooey or syrupy like a lot of the glazes that you'd find. It's more like a clumpy, runny ketchup in a way. Now, the taste itself, it's kind of odd. It has a bit of a peppery taste. You can definitely taste some sweetness, onions in there, some Worcestershire sauce. But what kind of threw up, I guess, a flag for me, it just had this odd kind of almost beer and oniony taste to it. Now, I don't mind beer in my sauces at all. In fact, I kind of grew up with it. My dad always put a little bit of a local St. Louis beers in our barbecue sauce, you know, the Bushes and Budweisers. Sure. But this, it just was just kind of irritating in a way. It just produced kind of an off taste.
Is this the hot of the three, the hottest of the three?
That's correct.
Okay.
And some of this taste, the alcohol, I imagine, evaporated during cooking. I tried it both as a marinade and as a glaze. It tastes a little bit better on the meat. I tried it on both pork butt and on chicken, and it did fairly well. But it's not something I could just give, a 5-star review on.
Right, and it's $7 a bottle for 12 ounces. You can get it at Chef Jaime, Hyme, chefjaimegrande.com, and you can order it online. I know he's going into stores, but I don't think it's something that's widely available in a lot of the grocery stores or anything like that. For me, my very brief take is tried it out of the bottle. I can pretty much equate it to sticking your tongue in gasoline and then lighting your mouth on fire with a little bit of a bitter aftertaste. I didn't like it at all, unfortunately. And that was I didn't like that one the most out of the other two, which I hated more than that. So I like the fact that his sauce is all natural, and there's a lot of good things working for that. But my particular palate, it was a pass for me. So I think we kind of agree in certain aspects on Chef Jaime Grande Cascabel Express barbecue glaze. Let's go ahead and move on to the out of the park. I want to say pork. Out of the park barbecue sauce.
Okay. Yeah, and this one, as you said, is called Out of the Park, OUTTA. This actually won a first place at the 2010 Scovie Awards, and if you're not familiar with that, that's kind of like the fiery foods equivalent of the Oscars, and it won it in the natural mild barbecue sauce category. This is a very, very good sauce. It has a thick texture. It's got a good balanced sweet and spicy flavor. It's rich without being too overpowering. And what I really like about it, it has a nice distinctive hint of ginger in it. It's real easy for sauce manufacturers, but in too much ginger, make it taste too much like an Asian sauce, but there's just the right amount to give it an overall great taste. There's a tiny bit of heat from the jalapenos. I would say this is good for kids, unless you're totally sweating it after one drop of Tabasco, then you shouldn't have any problem with this.
And this is $6 per 15-ounce bottle, and it looks like it's widely available along the eastern seaboard with the majority of the locations in Massachusetts and the Carolina areas.
That's correct. And I think at this moment it's not available for purchase online. Of course, that might change soon.
Anything that you thought it would work exceptionally well with in regards to pairing it with meat?
I would say probably any kind of smoked meat at all.
Oh, okay. So a good
It's
overall
very
sauce.
versatile.
Cool. And then, of course, we can't do anything, any type of barbecuing properly before we put on our nice, spicy dry rub. And today we're going to be reviewing the Christopher Creek pork rub.
Okay. Now, this is a good pork rub. It's medium coarse in consistency. It's not too grainy and clumpy. It's not too powdery. The aroma is very good. It adheres to the meat very well, both before you're cooking and, after you're cooking, however you prepare it. The taste is strong with cumin, chili powder, and garlic. If you like your rubs not too salty and not extremely sweet, this is fantastic. If you want something that has a little spicy kick to it, a good deal of savoriness, then this is perfect. And I think this excels on pork, whether it be ribs, butt, shoulder, what have you. There is a little kick to it. And on a heat scale of 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a 3.
So pretty low on the heat content. And I found that, regardless of the manufacturer of rub, especially for pork, cumin really seems – I'm not necessarily a fan of the nose of cumin, but once it's put on and it's cooked in, it really seems to add a nice flavor to the pork. Works well.
It definitely does, especially if you have a little chili powder to it.
All right, where can we find Christopher Creek pork rub at?
This would be at cabinchili.com. And chili as the dish.
All right, and do you have price for this?
It is $5.95 for a 3.25 ounce bottle of it.
All right, and that's Cabin Chili, CHILI, cabinchili.com. And as far as you know, is it available in any brick and mortar stores in the country?
As far as I know, no. I haven't heard anything about it, but as long as there's the internet, you can always order it from there.
That's right. So we reviewed Chef Jaime Grande Cascabel Express barbecue glaze. 1 out of 10. What do you rate that, Scott?
I would say a 5.
All right. So
it's just teetering on the borderline.
You can go either way with that one, right? Out of the park barbecue sauce rating, 1 out of 10.
That's a good solid 8.
All right. So that's definitely one you want to pick up and have in the pantry.
I think so, yeah.
And as far as the rub is concerned, is that something you definitely want to have, 1 out of 10?
I think so. I would give this maybe a 7.
All right, so definitely anything over a 5 is something you want to take a look at and potentially spend money on. And I think, the effort or what we really want to do with this, and Scott and I will obviously hone this segment here over the months to come, but there's so many barbecue sauces. There's so many rubs out there if you're not making them yourself and you haven't exactly fallen in love with whatever you're making, that you want to be aware, especially in these economic times, on what your disposable income should be spent on. If something sucks and you have more than one person telling you that, then why not go ahead and turn to some experts here in the industry to kind of help you a lot where you want to be trying to get those funds to get the most taste for your dollar. And Scott, I look forward to doing this every month, and we'll look for you again next month.
Okay, well, thank you, Greg.
All right, Scott, take care.
Okay, you too.
There he is, Scott Roberts. ScottRobertsWeb.com. ScottRobertsWeb.com. You can keep up with him, and if you are in a chili head fashion, if that's something that you like, if you're so inclined to burn your mouth out, Scott will join you with that adventure, and he had done a tremendous amount of reviews up there on his website. So look for that, ScottRobertsWeb.com, and we'll have him back again in March reviewing some more sauces and rubs. We're going to come back with the giveaway segment, so start calling in now, or you can Pal Talk Willie if you want as well. 216-220-0966. BBQ, centralradio@gmail.com. Stand by. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Everyone knows rotisserie food tastes the best, but until now, the only things you could rotisserie were whole chickens, roasts, and the like. But all that is about to change. Introducing the newest product in barbecue technology, the Ribolator. The Ribolator will easily attach to your existing spit rod in minutes, allowing you to rotisserie foods you never thought possible. Now you can rotisserie ribs, fish, burgers, pork chops, steaks, chicken, and all the veggies you can eat. The only limit is your imagination. The Ribolator will fit medium to large gas grills, as well as 55-gallon ugly drum smokers. There's even a new model that will be available soon to fit 22.5-inch Weber kettle grills. And if you're looking to add smoke flavor to your grill, then you absolutely have to check out the Flavor Dome Smoker Box. It fits snugly into your gas or kettle grill, and thanks to its patented lid design, provides up to an hour of smoke. Go to Ribolator.com to order. That's RIBOLATOR.com. Or call 206-999-0962. That's 206-999-0962. Do it now.
The future of barbecue is already here at thebarbecueguru.com. From the amazing guru that monitors and controls the temperatures of any charcoal, wood, or electric pit to the Caldera Tallboy knockdown smoker. Yes, it breaks down and stores flat, yet it's still a robust, sturdy, portable cooker and smokehouse. It also serves as an efficient temperature-controlled convection oven using wood or charcoal. The Tallboy is designed to fit all catering pans and can be used as a warming oven. You can cook in any style you choose. Make ribs, chicken, jerky, vegetables, smoked cheese, whatever you want. Take it to KCBS competitions and unload it from the trunk of your car. TheBarbecueGuru.com is where you'll find the Caldera 3-Bay Caterer. It's stainless steel and uses charcoal or sterno for chafing purposes. And it doubles as a 3-bay sink or wash station with hot water and knocks down in seconds with no tools required for transportation and storage. The future of barbecue is here at TheBarbecueGuru.com. That's www.thebbqguru.com or call 1-800-288-GURU.
Introducing Cosmos Q. Cosmos injections and marinades use only the finest ingredients, and they mix easily, never clotting or caking. From our beef injection to our pork injection, you're guaranteed to wow your friends, family, and judges. And don't forget to check out our newest marinade, Cosmos Chicken Soak, for that moist and tender chicken you're gonna love. You can find all of Cosmos award-winning products at CosmosQ.com. Cosmos Q, the new generation. Taste the difference.
Barbecue fans travel from all over the country to learn the secrets of real pit barbecue from Grand Champion Pitmaster Conrad Haskins. Now take your skills to the next level with a Barbecue Institute Pitmaster class. You'll learn how to make sauces, rubs, and smoke mouth-watering barbecue every time you cook. Your new skills will impress friends and family, and some of our graduates have gone on to success with barbecue businesses and TV fame. For more information, visit bbqclass.com.
Forget going from site to site to get all your barbecue and grilling supplies and make your first and final stop at fredsmusicandbarbecue.com. In the market for a new barbecue pit, we have all the big name brands like Big Green Egg and more. As a matter of fact, Fred's is staffed by eggheads and carries all the parts and accessories for the Big Green Egg. More of a pellet head, you say? Fred's is the Pellet Grill Superstore with grills in stock from Traeger, Green Mountain, and Country Smokers from Louisiana Grills. Fred also carries smokers from Cook Shack, Bradley, and Weber as well as a full lineup of charcoal grills. And And once you're outfitted with your new smoker or grill, you'll find absolutely everything you need to make your barbecue or grilling experience a success. Fred is also the creator and distributor of Tasty Licks barbecue products, including their great line of rubs, spices, and sauces. You gotta try them. You can also get your hands on a full lineup of marinades, accessories, lump charcoal, wood chips, pellets, chunks, and even the great grilling tools from Stephen Reichland of Barbecue U fame. Check Fred out on the web at fredsmusicandbbq.com or check out their fully stocked showroom in beautiful Shillington, PA.
Sometimes it's all about the free stuff. Call now to win something succulent.
All right, we are back. It's the Barbecue Central Show, wrapping it up with the giveaway segment. 216-220-0966 is the number to call. Get you some free stuff. We have Cosmos Q's injection. We have frog mats. And we have wine-infused oak barbecue smoke wood for charcoal grills from California Vineyards. Greenleaf Barbecue Company. GreenleafBBQ.com, too, if you're interested in that. All right. Let's go ahead and go to the caller hotline. We go to area code 256, Barbecue Central Radio Show. Name and where you're calling from.
Phil White, Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, Phil. What's up, brother?
Hey, I finally found that website, dude.
Man, it's been a while. What's happening in Huntsville?
Oh, man, hey, it ain't but about 17 degrees down here, so we're getting along pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, all right. Well, better than 50 feet of snow, right?
Yeah, I'm telling you.
All right, Phil. So what's on the prize agenda for you tonight? Is it going to be the wine-infused oak wood products, or do you want Cosmos Q, or do you want frog mats?
I'd like to try some of that Cosmo Q pork stuff, pork injection.
All right. You know the drill, buddy. So send me that shipping info via email, bbqcentralradio@gmail.com, and we'll get you hooked up.
All right, man. Appreciate it, Greg. Keep up the good work, buddy.
Thanks, Phil. Take care. All right. We go to area code 510. Name and where you're calling from.
This is Mike from frogmats.com.
Mike. This is my giveaway. Mike, can I interest you in a frog mat?
No.
No? What's up with that? Can I interest you in some wine-infused oak smoke wood from Greenleaf Barbecue?
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
All right. All you need to do, Mike, is send me your shipping info at the email address, and we'll get you hooked right up.
Actually, I'm going to see Tim tomorrow.
Oh, are you?
Yeah.
All right. Well, tell him you won, and he'll give you the wood right there.
Awesome.
All righty. Thanks for calling in and taking part.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Mike. There he is, Mike from Frogmat. Going crazy. Let's go to area code 516, Barbecue Central Radio. Name and where you're calling from.
My name's Mike. I'm from Long Island, New York.
Mike from Long Island, New York. Mike, you sound like you've maybe transplanted from somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm from the South, man. I just moved up here back in the past June.
Oh, man. Welcome to winter, Mike.
Yes. In fact, it just started snowing outside a few minutes ago.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to start and never stop, evidently, for the next 24 hours.
Yeah, I think so. I just looked at the weather, and it looked like it's going to be going for about a day or so.
Yeah, well, we're here in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city. We're looking at the same thing. So, Mike, can I interest you in a frog mat?
Sure.
All right. Do you have the ability to cook indirect, or do you have some type of smoker?
Yeah, I do have a smoker.
All right. So here's what you want to do: send me your shipping address at bbqcentralradio@gmail.com, and then make sure you specify the grate size so we can have Mike and the boys down at frogmats.com custom cut.
Sounds great, man.
All right. Thanks for calling in tonight, Mike.
All right, thank you.
Take care. There he is. New York, Alabama. Mike, I don't think Mike said where he was from. Oh, darn it. Now I feel bad. Mike, where are you from? You down south? Remember, all right, let's see here. Quick reminder about Yoder Smoky Mountain Barbecue, leading online distributor of Meadow Creek barbecue equipment. You know you love them. The barbecue smokers, the pig roasters, chicken cookers, and grills handcrafted in the Amish country of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Goal is to give you outstanding value for the price and help you enjoy easy and profitable barbecues for years to come. Also carrying a complete line of wonderful rubs and sauces. Serious BBQs, BBQS, SeriousBBQs.com. Yeah, the new giveaway sponsor of the show is Tim Bryan from Greenleaf Barbecue. You can find him at greenleafbbq.com. California Vineyards Smokewood is a product of Greenleaf Barbecue. And these are primarily used in low and slow cooking methods. Quicker grilling will reduce the flavor. Wine-infused oak wood for charcoal grills. You should see these things. If I had a webcam, I could show them to you. But they're very nice. Look like it's basically whatchamacallit. Oh, Mike is from San Ramon, California. Wow, West Coaster. How about that? Staying up late for the show, Mike. Thanks. So it looks like there's been a wine barrel that's been blasted open, and they've separated all the panels, and then they've cut them up into nice chunks. And they come in smaller chunks, real small chunks, and then big chunks. So it's very, very nice. Gotta love it. GreenleafBBQ.com. So we've given everything away. Mike got the wood. Well, one Mike got the wood that he's picking up, so no shipping costs involved from Tim at Greenleaf. The other Mike got the frog mat, and then we had Phil White from Huntsville, Alabama, win the Cosmos Q injection. CosmosQ.com is their website, and frogmats.com is Frogmat's website. So thanks to all those shows that are, or all the websites that are donating to the prize. Chest giveaway here on the show. All right, so a couple minutes left here. A quick reminder, coming up after the news here at the top of the hour, Gary Notley from Notley Q will be joining me for Barbecue Central Show After Dark. So stay tuned for that. Still getting quite a bit of email about the John Marcus interview from last week. There seems to be kind of a, I don't want to call it an overwhelming sentiment that the show didn't really portray competition barbecue as well as it should have. That there was a show that ran a couple weeks ago in right after the Pitmaster show aired on a Thursday. That Saturday or Sunday, there was a challenge series that covered the, I believe it was the Greenwood, South Carolina Festival of Imagination or whatever it was called. And a lot of people thinking that that was a better way of covering what competition barbecue is really about. Gary offers a unique perspective on the TLC barbecue show, Barbecue Pitmasters, because he was in the Harry Sue team. Gary is also a pitmaster himself. In fact, him and Harry battled it out for Rookie of the Year when they both started there a couple years ago. Harry just nudging Gary out. So lots of good insight, and it'll be a little bit more relaxed here, not the regimented interview segments like we have here on the show typically. Also, got a lot of good positive reaction from Joey Chestnut as the inaugural guest from After Dark last week. People still fascinated by the fact that this guy can put down bags and literally bags and bags of any kind of food in his stomach and be alive to tell about it, either not choking or the fact that he's ingesting 550,000 calories during the course of an eating competition. He's digesting it all. He's not offloading it in the Porta-John right after the whistle blows. He's laying down and letting it digest. I got to believe there's potential health risks there, right? I mean, can you seriously digest that amount of calories even 10 or 15 times a year? I mean, look, something is wrong when the guys in competition barbecue can't make six-figure jack unless people are very tight-lipped about it. But if Joey Chestnut is making in the six figures, eating at 15 contests a year, something is skewed. Something's not right. Something needs to be looked at. Nice lead into the KCBS board meeting that took place here, or the agenda. Big news, potentially, and I'm working on an interview with Mike Lake, president of the KCBS, and I should have him on sooner or later, talking about the fact that this is the year that the KCBS might be letting in gas cookers for competition. Uh-oh. Yeah, I have a whole rant about gas cookers and why not just let them in anyway. People are using pellet cookers and gurus and all that stuff. Anyway, different discussion for a different day, no doubt about it. I'm going to step away. We'll get news here at the top of the hour, and we'll come back with Gary Notley with the Barbecue Central Show After Dark. Thanks again to Mr. Barbecue, Bruce Bjorkman, and Scott Roberts for joining me.